Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I chose Bangkok, Thailand over South Korea. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I've lived in many different countries, lived and visited to many different countries. I lived in South Korea for about 4 months teaching English. Originally, I was supposed to do a 1-year contract. I ended my contract early due to being sick. This actually ended up helping me because I was able to invest into other things and pivot my life. So even though I'm grateful for the experience in South Korea, I'm also glad that I left. It's still a cool country with amazing food, and I met some nice people and had some good and memorable times out there. But ultimately, you can see from this video, I'm in Bangkok, Thailand. So with that being said, I'm gonna talk about why I chose Bangkok, Thailand over Seoul, South Korea, or anywhere in Korea to be exact. So when I originally did my teaching assignment, I was actually supposed to be in Busan. I told my advisor that you work with, when you do this teach English situation, you work with an advisor, right? First you work with a company, then you work with an advisor, and then you work with a placement. So I got hired from this company teaching English in South Korea. They said, give us your top choices as far as where you want to live. I told them I want to be in Busan as first, because Busan's the second biggest city, but it's right next to the ocean. So my mentality was, I heard a few rumors about pollution over there. So if I'm next to the ocean, I feel like the ocean can help filter the air situation. And also, at the time I was living in California, near the ocean. So I'm like, I like the ocean. I kind of want to keep this thing going. I feel like if I'm by the ocean, health reasons, that's going to make me better. Happiness wise, it's going to make me better. But then also, I'm considering that the food may be more fresh, right? One thing that South Korea and Japan is known for is their seafood. So I'm like, if I'm right next to the ocean, the seafood should be of the utmost quality. So that's why I chose that, right? So I'm like, let me go here. Long story short, I was talking to my advisor and they were telling me, hey, yeah, we can get you this placement. No problem. We can get you this placement. So my advisor that I was working with, who already offered me a job, made me feel so comfortable that I was gonna get Busan, that I said, okay. So months go by, he said, don't worry about it, we're gonna get the placement as the dates get closer. Because you have to a certain date, you have to get in, otherwise you miss the Korean school year, and then you gotta reapply next year. So more and more time goes by, the dates are coming closer. I'm like, hey bro, this is coming closer. I still don't have an official assignment. I don't have official placement in Busan. He said, don't stress it, don't worry about it. He kept advising me, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. He kept telling me this. Eventually, the date gets so close that he then comes back and tells me, hey, what if we get you in another city? I'm like, I really want to Busan, but at this point you leave me with no choice because there's not enough time for the date. I didn't say it like that, but in the back of my mind, that's how I was thinking. So I was just like, all right, whatever. So he said, give me a list of your next choices. I gave him like Seoul, and then I think I gave him, I don't know if I gave him the island over there. What's it called? Jojo Island or something like that. But he's like, yo, I can't get you, I can't get you. But he keeps acting like he can get me. After a while, the date becomes so close to this, like if I don't accept something, I'm gonna miss it. I mean, we're talking about maybe within 2 weeks. So what happened is, he's like, hey, I don't have none of your top 3 placements, but I have a assignment for you in the city called Suwon. It's an up-and-coming city. It may not be Seoul. It's definitely not Busan, but at least it's an hour away from Seoul. So you're somewhat in a big city type vibe. So I was like, all right, whatever. So I just accepted it. Long story short, I ended up having a less than ideal situation there as far as health, as far as how I was treated. So I got there. The company, there was a miscommunication because the company didn't expect me to be there at that time. So they had no housing for me. So they had to come up with an emergency housing situation, and they worked with a local university and got me in like this university dorm type thing. But there was like mold around, it wasn't that great quality. I was like, man, this is horrible. But they kept telling me, it's only real quick, we'll get you in and out real quick. Real quick ended up turning out to be like 1 or 2 weeks, like 1 week, I think. And then I was ready to leave. They finally got me an official place. Then when they got me the place, there was a lot of dust in it, so it didn't look like it was properly cleaned, and I had no Wi-Fi. So I remember connecting to the Wi-Fi, being in the corner so I could get the Wi-Fi from the coffee shop a few places down just to have 1 or 2 bars. So it'd be like a struggling Wi-Fi. It only worked when I was in the corner of the room, and it was only 1 or 2 bars, so it was super slow, but at least it was something. But yeah, I kept getting hit with empty promises, which left, unfortunately, somewhat of a bad experience for me when it comes to South Korea. Because not only was it the company that left that bad impression, it was all the people I was communicating with related to the company, promising me certain things. Hey, we're gonna do this for you, blah, blah, blah. Pay, that's another thing. I can make a whole nother video about the pay. But I'm gonna summarize it for you. I'll probably go deeper in this subject in another video, and I got the proof of everything I'm saying. You're supposed to get paid on a regular basis. I didn't get paid until like 2 months in. So there's a lot of people, like when I was there, and I can interview them because some of them I still communicate with. Their accounts were so close to getting overdrafted because we're surviving off savings rather than the pay that we're supposed to be getting from working for the school on a weekly, daily basis. So it was like 2 months before I finally got paid, and I had to almost strong arm the bank to be like, yo, let me sign up for an account, because at first they wouldn't let me sign up for an account. So even if I did get paid, it technically wouldn't go anywhere. But it's more the company than the bank, because the banks are like, hey, we're only doing our job. The company was like, hey, we haven't paid you yet, we're sorry, we'll get to you, blah, blah, blah. Set up a bank account, finally set up a bank account, I'm waiting, I still haven't got paid. After 2 months, I finally get paid. While I was there, I also experienced a level of discrimination that I haven't experienced in any other Asian country. So that was a catalyst to be like, what's to come? On top of everything, if that was enough, if it wasn't the pay, if it wasn't the empty promises, if it wasn't getting the city I was promised, I was told I was gonna get, the lifestyle I thought I was gonna get, the mold, everything. If it wasn't like that, if it wasn't for all that, even so, so remember I told you I moved to the second place. A few days after moving to the second place, I started feeling funny, like a little nauseous. It was kind of in and out, like, okay, some days I feel normal, other days I feel a little nauseous, and it'll come and go. One of the people who I became really cool with, we still speak to this day, he described his situation. He lived in a similar neighborhood as me, but a different building, but he said the same thing. Hey man, I feel a little nauseous. Some days I feel normal, some days I feel off. I don't know how to describe it. And I was thinking like, should I go to the doctor? Maybe, I was trying to like fight it off because I was thinking like, maybe it's just the fact that I'm in a new country, my body's still getting used to it. It goes on and on for the entire time that I was there. Then towards the end is when I finally was like, yo, I need to do something. The final straw for me though, was when I went to work one day in South Korea as an English teacher. I'm like, hey y'all, I don't feel good. They was like, oh, you know, just let us know, keep us an update. It got to the point where I'm in the middle of class, I grab my cell phone, I tell the kids, I'm coming right back, teacher's coming back. I left and I'm running to the bathroom. I couldn't make it to the bathroom, but I at least made it away from the kids. That was my main thing. I didn't want to throw up in front of the kids. So I made it to this like the little office room we have, and I was able to shut the door, and I grabbed the trash can and just started throwing up. But my main thing was like, I don't want to do it in front of the kids. I don't want them to know that something's wrong. So a lot of things I would hide from the kids because they're kids, bro. I didn't tell them about the racism I was experiencing, the discrimination, the health issues. These are kids. They came here to learn English, and they want to be left with a good image of America. So I tried my best to be professional with them and not to do anything in front of them, not to even throw up. Even when I was feeling bad, I didn't throw up in front of them. I was like, let me hold it in. I'm not gonna do it in front of the kids. I go to that office room, end up throwing up. As I'm throwing up, I'm texting because I'm still thinking about the kids. They're waiting for teacher to come back. So I'm throwing up, but I'm still texting. I'm texting the other people in the program. Hey, go get these kids, go attend to them, because right now they're in their classroom by themselves. So I'm texting them like blah, 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 blah. They're like, okay. So they go to the kids, but I'm still throwing up. At this point, the fact that they responded to my text was like enough for me to put the cell phone down and do what I was doing. Continue to throw up, continue to see what's going on. But I guess they were texting me as I put the cell phone down, like, where are you? But they eventually found me because they knew, okay, he probably didn't go far. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they found me like 2 minutes later or whatever in the office throwing up. They said, "Are you okay? You're okay?" This is one positive thing that happened. My female Korean co-workers, because the people that work there are half Korean and the other half is foreigners. So the Korean female teachers I had, they helped me a lot. Like, "Hey, are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. Let me get this for you." Very nice. I was like, okay, makes you feel better. But that is what gave me a bad first impression of South Korea and why I would rather be in Bangkok, Thailand. The next reason, Bangkok, Thailand is just a more laid-back lifestyle. Some of the things I experienced in South Korea, I will never experience here. Discrimination, racism, come on. Like, everyone here is so open-minded and there's way more diversity here as far as people from different countries. So I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to stress about that. When I was in South Korea, I was stressing, not saying the right thing, saying the right thing, being polite, not fulfilling the stereotype. Many reasons why I was dissatisfied in South Korea. Bangkok, I can let loose. I can be myself. I can be authentic. I can feel appreciated, right? The US dollar goes further over here. So for me personally, I'm like, am I ever gonna go back to South Korea? Maybe not. Maybe not, honestly. I mean, I like Korean barbecue. They do the thing when it comes to the fried chicken. And I heard Busan is amazing, but I didn't get to see Busan. I really wanted to see Busan. Right there on the ocean, I seen the lighting, like videos of it. I'm like, it looks so nice. Ended up not going anywhere because of all that. So I chose Bangkok ultimately instead. And I definitely don't regret it. There's more business opportunities out here as far as networking. When I was in Seoul, South Korea, I didn't see no digital nomads. Out here, you see so many digital nomads, so many social media influencers, so many entrepreneurs, business owners, people in the whole digital space doing moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it draws a certain crowd out here. And I feel like that is one of the reasons why I love it out here. And that's why I ultimately chose Bangkok over Seoul, South Korea.